Your 20s are the best periods to prevent healthcare challenges that might occur in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, and later on. And in your 20s, you can actually prevent these healthcare challenges without even having to do too much or having to spend a lot of money. You just have to use the information you have to, make some lifestyle modifications and prevent things that could be very disastrous in future. So in this video, I am going to be sharing with you 5 habits that you should cultivate while in your 20s to secure your health for later in life. Hello everyone, my name is Busari Mulayo and I'm a registered nurse based in Nigeria. On my channel, you're going to find 2 types of content. One, you're going to find content like this where I discuss healthcare topics, and you're also going to find content where I talk about nursing because that is my profession and I'm very passionate about what I do. So you're going to see content about my life, things related to nursing, the profession, being a student, and all of that. So if you're interested in those kind of content, you might want to subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button below, and let's get into the topic for today. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is tracing your family medical history. Now that might sound weird because you have to start asking questions from your dad and your mom, trying to figure out what happened to your grandmom, how your granddad died, if there's any medical condition that they are currently nursing that you don't even know about. But it's for your own good, because having access to this kind of information is going to help you make some lifestyle modifications, probably to your diet or the kind of things you do or how well you exercise. For example, if you there's a recurrent history of hypertension among your family members, you might want to cut down the amount of fat that you consume, exercise more, take care of your heart, do you understand? And you might want to start checking your blood pressure regularly. Once you know that, you're able to prevent that or even manage it if it's already if you already have it. Then if possibly you're a female and there are a lot of gynecological histories, or there is a particular gynecological history that is recurrent in your family, then you might want to start looking for ways to prevent that or find ways that will not affect you. So tracing your family medical history is one thing that is very important that you do in your 20s. So one habit you should cultivate in your 20s regarding your health is going for regular checkups. Yes, and this cuts across things like scans, seeing a doctor, getting cleared, and trying to figure out if there's anything you should know about yourself, because there are a lot of healthcare issues that start off as asymptomatic. In other words, when they start, they don't really come with symptoms, so you can be living with them for years and you will not even know you have them. And when they start bringing out symptoms, they might have probably gotten to their end stage where they can be very disastrous and cause a lot of things, and you may have to start going in and out of the hospital, spending a lot of money, needing a lot of medications, when if you had found out earlier that you would have maybe taken out, probably it could be a tumor, you'd have taken it out, or probably something that medications could have resolved at a very, very early stage. So going for regular medical checkups is something you should consider doing in your 20s to secure your health while in your 30s, 40s, and later. Number 3 is taking the necessary vaccines. Now, while you were a baby, I'm very sure your mom might have taken you for immunizations, or you may have been visited at home to get some immunizations, or all this outreach done on the streets that the government does, and you receive a lot of vaccines. But that is not enough, because one, while you're growing, there could be advent of new diseases or new infections that you need to be vaccinated against, and there are some vaccines that you would not be able to receive until you've gotten to a certain age. So taking the necessary vaccines is very important so that you don't come down with challenges or infections that may affect your life later on in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and all of that. Taking necessary vaccines is one thing I would advise. Number 4, you want to watch what you consume in your 20s. Now, one thing about being a youth or being a teenager or a young adult is that you might take a lot of things that will not affect you immediately. Possibly, let's take consumption of alcohol, for example. Now, when you take alcohol excessively in your 20s, you may not even see the effects while you're drinking it. You might even got to the point where you feel, oh, I want to stop consuming alcohol excessively, before you start seeing the issues or start seeing the results of that previous consumption that you had some years back. Your liver could have been damaged and you may not exactly see the symptoms or the signs of liver damage while you're consuming it. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. So you want to watch what you eat, the amount of fat you take in, the amount of alcohol you consume. Just watch what the amount of salt in your diet, you understand. You really want to watch what you consume. Probably you smoke, you want to watch how often you smoke so you don't damage your lungs. You may want to like cut down on the amount of cigarettes you smoke in a day. You just want to watch what you take into your body. And this is related to my last point, which is watching what you apply on your skin. Now, in a bid to look nice, in a bid to, you know, be flashy, have this clear glowing skin while you're in your 20s, you may begin to apply things that would cause skin problems for you while you're in your 30s, 40s, and 50s. And one thing about skin issues is that it really has effect on how you view yourself as a person. It will have effect on your self-esteem. So the skin is like an it makes a huge bulk of your outward appearance as a person. So just in a bit to maybe clear acne, remove pimples, have this glowy skin, and you start applying a lot of products that you don't even know what was used to make them, or you don't even know the origin of the products. You know, you do not see a trained dermatologist. You just went down the street somewhere and started procuring some things just because some people said it worked. Now, it may work immediately for what you're using it for at that point while you're still in your 20s. You're on the streets, you're a big girl, you're a big guy, you know, you're trying to grow your beards, your hair. It might work immediately, but it could have after effects that would not show immediately, that would show like in later years. You could start having some weird pigmentations. Your skin may start losing its turgidity. You know, you could start having skin cancer that goes down to things like skin cancer, kidney issues, and all of that. So while you're in your 20s, I would really advise that you watch what you apply on your skin. So if you want to see more of my videos where I talk about things like vaginal infections, where I talk about how to calculate your self-period, or health care topics that you would be interested as a young adult or a female, you can click on this playlist here and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Follow me on my socials, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.